The Mystery Shack Lookback Discord presents The Muppet Christmas Carol, starring The Muppet. Written by Jerry Jewell, adapted from A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Take us away, Shelby.
Exterior, Victorian London street, night. Snow falls gently on a bustling Victorian street. Gas lamps cast a warm glow on the cobblestone.
Christmas apples!
We got Macintosh!
Get your Christmas apples!
Red Delicious!
Tuppence apiece while they last!
They won't last long the way you're eating them.
Hey, I'm creating scarcity. Drives the prices up.
Rizzo.
Oh,
Hello! Welcome to the Muppet Christmas Carol. I am here to tell the story.
and I am here for the food.
My name is Charles Dickens.
And my name is Rizzo Direct. Hey, wait a second. You are not Charles Dickens.
I am too.
No, a blue, furry Charles Dickens who hangs out with a rat?
Absolutely.
Charles Dickens was a 19th century novelist, a genius.
Oh, you're too kind.
Why should I believe you?
Well, because I know the story of A Christmas Carol like the back of my hand.
Prove it.
Oh, all right. Well, there's a little mole on my thumb and a scar on my wrist from when I fell off my bicycle.
Oh, no, don't tell us your hand. Tell us the story.
Oh, thank you. Yes. The Marleys were dead to begin with.
Pardon me?
That's how the story begins. Rizzo, the Marleys were dead to begin with.
Oh,
As dead as a doornail.
good beginning. It's creepy and kind of spooky.
Oh, thank you, Rizzo.
You're welcome, Mr. Dickens.
In life, the Marleys had been business partners with a shrewd moneylender named Ebenezer Scrooge. You will meet him when he comes around that corner.
Where?
There!
When?
Now!
Exterior, London street, continuous. The camera moves through the snowy banks as Ebenezer Scrooge emerges from the fog. A stern figure in black, walking with a cane. People scatter as he approaches.
There he is, Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ugh, say, is it getting colder out here? Ugh. Alright, and then I will pull up the words here. Alright. It still sounds okay?
Yes.
When a cold wind blows, it chills you to the bone. But there's nothing in nature that freezes your heart like years of being alone. It paints you with indifference like a lady paints with rouge. And the worst of the worst, the most hated and cursed is the one that we call Scrooge. Unkind as any and the rat though many, Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, there goes Mr. Humbug, there goes Mr. Grim. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Well, Scrooge, he loves his money 'cause he thinks it gives him power. If he became a flavor, you can bet he would be sour. Even the vegetables don't like him. There goes Mr. Skinflint, there goes Mr. Greed, the undisputed master of the underhanded deed. He charges folks a fortune for his dark and drafty houses. Us poor folk live in misery, it's even worse for mouses. Please, sir, I want some cheese. He must be so lonely, he must be so sad. He goes to extremes to convince us he's bad. He's really a victim of fear and of pride. Look close and there must be a sweet man inside. Ah, there goes Mr. Outrage, there goes Mr. Sneer. He has no time for friends or fun. His anger makes that clear. Don't ask him for a favor, cause his nastiness increases. No crust of bread for those in need, no cheeses for us nieces. There goes Mr. Heartless, there goes Mr. Cruel. He never gives, he only takes, he lets his hunger rule. If being mean's a way of life you practice and rehearse, then all that work is paying off, cause Scrooge is getting worse. Every day in every way, Scrooge is getting worse.
Scrooge liked the cold. He was hard and sharp as a flint. Secretive, self-contained, solitary as an oyster.
Scrooge walks into his office in a huff.
Phew, what an unpleasant fellow.
He was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge.
Dickens notices how dirty and obscured the window is.
Boy, this really is a dirty city.
You're telling me.
Come here.
Huh?
Dickens picks up Rizzo and uses him to wipe the dirt and grime off the window for a better look. Dickens drops Rizzo and abruptly turns back to camera.
Thank you for making me a part of this.
He was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, clutching, covetous old sinner.
Interior. Scrooge's counting house. Day. A cold, dimly lit office. Bob Cratchit works at his desk with fingerless gloves, occasionally blowing on his hands to warm them. Several clerks work nearby. Mr. Applegate, a nervous debtor, sits before Scrooge's desk. As he watches Scrooge approach, he gives a loud gulp.
Bob Cratchit?
Yes, Mr. Scrooge?
Who is this?
It's Mr. Applegate, sir. He's here to speak to you about his, mortgage.
Boys, Mr. Scrooge, I know you're very angry about this. I didn't mean to fall behind in the payments. Lord knows it being Christmas and all. Oh, please don't shout at me, sir. That and, of course, little Gwen. Long's all right. The doctor takes his share, don't he? I mean, you can yell and scream and you're right, but it won't do no good because I'm the stone you can't squeeze blood from. And that's God's honest truth.
Scrooge takes Mr. Applegate by the collar and throws him outside.
You're not shouting at me!
Let us deal with the eviction notices for tomorrow, Mr. Cratchit.
Tomorrow is Christmas, sir.
Very well. You may gift wrap them.
Scrooge hands Bob a very large stack of papers.
Christmas is a very busy time for us, Mr. Cratchit. People preparing feasts, giving parties, spending the mortgage money on frivolities. One might say that December is the foreclosure season. Harvest time for the moneylenders.
The other clerks, rats, appear around him.
Hey, boss, ask him.
Tell him, Mr. Cratchit.
Do it now, boss!
Well, if you please, Mr. Scrooge, it's gotten colder, and the bookkeeping staff would like an extra shovel of coal for the fire.
We can't do the bookkeeping.
All the pins have turned to icicles.
It's a frozen!
How would the bookkeepers like to be suddenly employed?
Hello.
Clerks quickly put on their island attire and sing.
Big wave!
I believe you've convinced them once again, Mr. Scrooge.
Exterior London Street.
At that moment, who should arrive at the door but Scrooge's nephew, Fred, his only living relative.
Nephew Fred? I don't see him.
Trust me.
Fred, Scrooge's nephew, walks up behind Dickens and knocks on the door. Hello, Uncle? Interior, Scrooge's counting house, day. Fred opens the door and cheerily walks in, holding a festive wreath. A Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge. God save you.
Merry Christmas? Bah, humbug.
Exterior, London Street.
Quick, it'll be warmer in there.
Dickens and Rizzo run inside the counting house to listen to the exchange. Interior, Scrooge's counting house day. Christmas a humbug, Uncle? Oh, surely you don't mean that.
Actually, I think it's colder in here.
Merry Christmas, you say? What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right have you to be so dismal? You're rich enough.
Got him there, the old boy's speechless.
If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips would be cooked with his own turkey and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Well, quite speechless.
Uncle.
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine.
Christmas is a loving, honest, and charitable time. And though it's never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that Christmas has done me good and will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
Yeah, that's right.
And how does one celebrate Christmas on the unemployment line?
Busy work.
Dickens uses Rizzo as bellows to blow on the fire.
Now, in times like these, it was customary on Christmas Eve for well-meaning gentlemen to call upon businesses collecting donations for the poor and homeless.
Two charity collectors enter the office.
Mr. Scrooge, I presume?
Me.
Who are you?
We're from the Order of Victoria Charity Foundation. We'd like to speak to you about a donation.
Me.
Ah, welcome. This jolly old gentleman here is Mr. Scrooge. He's very generous to charities.
My dear nephew.
At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, many of us feel we must take care of our poor and homeless.
Are there no prisons, no poorhouses?
Oh, plenty of those, sir.
Ah, excellent. For a moment I was worried.
Some of us are endeavoring to raise a fund for the poor and homeless. Anybody can change, Scrooge, and so can you. When you're doing your part, when you're ready to start, there's room in your heart for love, 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 love. Anybody can grow, Scrooge, and you can too. When you're doing your part, there's room in your heart for love. If you want to live, give freely, and you will find that what you get in trade, my friend, is peace of mind. If you're ready to walk in the sunshine, then open up your heart. First, open up your pocketbook. It's the perfect place to start. Beaker! What you're missing is fun, Scrooge. It's sad but true. Walk away from this gloom. There's room in your heart for love, 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 love. Exactly, Beaker. When you're doing your best, you're suddenly blessed with love. If you want to live, give freely, and you will find that what you get in trade, my friend, is peace of mind. If you're ready to walk in the sunshine, then open up your heart. First, open up your pocketbook. It's the perfect place to start. Start dancing, Beaker! Anybody can change, Scrooge, and so can you. When you're ready to start, there's room in your heart for love, love, love. When you're ready to start, there's room in your heart for... When you're ready to start, there's room in your heart for love. What might I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas.
That's certainly true.
And I cannot afford to make idle people merry.
That is certainly not true.
Don't you have other things to do this afternoon, my dear nephew?
Sadly I do, Uncle. So I shall make my donation and leave you to make yours. Fred hands a few coins to the charity collectors and heads out the door.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, Uncle? Come and have Christmas dinner with me and Clara tomorrow.
Why ever did you get married?
Why? Because I fell in love.
Ha! That's the only thing in the world sillier than a Merry Christmas.
It's not use, Uncle. I shall keep my Christmas humor to the last. A Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Fred.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
Fine.
Fred exits, and the charity collectors remain a little uncomfortable.
Now then, sir, about the,
Scrooge slowly looks at them, his gaze icy.
donation?
Well, now, let's see. I know how to treat the poor. My taxes go to pay for the prisons and the poorhouses. The homeless must go there.
But some would rather die!
If they'd rather die, then they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Oh dear, oh dear.
This is the door. You may use it.
All right, Beaker, come along. I think we've taken enough of Mr. Scrooge's time.
Me! This is the part where he flips him off. Watch the movie.
He really did. I was like, wait, hang on.
The charity collectors exit as Beaker flips him off, dismayed. Scrooge angrily tears down the wreath Fred has put up on the wall. The clerks and Cratchit nervously continue their work. From outside, Scrooge hears a tiny voice caroling, and he opens the door to reveal Bean Bunny.
What melody is this?
When the
King Wenceslas.
When the slow life roundabout, deep and crisp and even, brightly shone the moon that night.
Tension hangs in the air as Scrooge glares down at the singing street urchin.
What do you want?
A penny for the song, Governor?
Scrooge slams the door in the bunny's face.
Huh?
Bean perks up as he hears the door open again, only to turn and see Scrooge hurl the wreath at him, knocking him into the snow. Scrooge walks back into his office past the frantically scribbling clerks. Interior, Scrooge's counting house, Christmas Eve, late afternoon. Bob Cratchit nervously approaches Scrooge's desk. The other clerks watch nervously.
Excuse me, Mr. Scrooge, but it appears to be closing time.
Very well. I'll see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow's Christmas.
8:30, then.
If you please, sir. Half an hour off hardly seems customary for Christmas Day.
Hardly customary!
Much time off is customary, Mr. Cratchit.
The whole day.
Yeah! That's right, the whole day off.
The entire day?
No way.
Oh, that's a Frog's idea.
If you please, Mr. Scrooge, why open the office tomorrow? Other businesses will be closed. You'll have no one to do business with. It'll waste a lot of expensive coal for the fire.
Yeah, that's definitely a point.
Hey, that's a point.
That's right.
It's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every December the 25th. But as I seem to be the only person around here who knows that, take the day off.
Yay!
Yes.
We love you, Teresa!
Will you stop that?
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Exterior London Street, night. Scrooge calls to Bob as he exits the building.
Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Okay,
Hey,
so
got it, boss.
As Scrooge walks home, Charles Dickens and Rizzo the Rat follow at a distance.
with their employer gone at last, Bob Cratchit and the bookkeepers immediately began the most pleasant of activities, the celebration of Christmas.
Gentlemen?
2 looks...
Oh, sorry, I went yours.
Clerk 2 looks out the window.
Hey, he's gone.
Gentlemen, let's close up for Christmas. There's magic in the air this evening, magic in the air. The world is at her best, you know, when people love and care. The promise of excitement is one the night will keep. After all, there's only one more sleep till Christmas. The world has got a smile today, the world has got a glow. There's no such thing as strangers when a stranger says hello. And everyone is family, we're having so much fun. After all, there's only one more sleep till Christmas. It's the season to be jolly and joyous.
La 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 la.
With a burst of pleasure, we feel it arrive. Feel it arrive. 'Tis a season when the saints can employ us
La la
to
la.
spread the news about peace and to keep love alive. Something in the wind today that's good for everyone. Yes, faith is in our hearts today. We're shining like the sun. And everyone can feel it, the feeling's running deep. After all, there's only one more sleep till Christmas. After all, there's only one more sleep till Christmas Day.
Exterior, Scrooge's house, night. A gloomy brick building looms in the darkness. Dickens and Rizzo ride up on a horse.
Scrooge lived in chambers which had once belonged to his old business partners, Jacob and Robert Marley.
Have some bread?
Not while I'm working.
Okay, suit yourself.
The building was on a dismal heap of brick on a dark street. Now, once again, I must ask you to remember that the Marleys were dead and decaying in their graves.
Yeah.
That one thing you must remember, or nothing that follows will seem wondrous.
Why are you whispering?
It's for dramatic emphasis.
Scrooge appears outside his door and pauses outside it as the door knocker begins to morph into a face. Scrooge slowly backs away, frightened. The face solidifies.
Pick up Marley.
Scrooge!
The horse Dickens and Rizzo are sitting on rears up and knocks them off. Jumps back. Scrooge jumps back further, then slowly approaches the door again. All things seem to be normal. He might have been imagining things.
Ugh.
Scrooge steps inside the door. Charles Dickens appears to be knocked out from the fall. Rizzo is checking his pulse.
Oh, Gonzo, speak to me. Mr. Dickens. Charlie, are you hurt?
Dickens abruptly sits up, knocking Rizzo over.
Ugh.
To say that Scrooge was not startled would be untrue. Still, the moment had passed, and the world was as it should be.
He ain't hurt. Didn't even break his concentration.
Come on, Rizzo, we'll follow him in.
In a minute, I had a little bag of jelly beans over.
Will you just get over here?
All right. Sheesh.
They edge towards the front door. As Dickens tries to walk in, the door closes in his face and hits him in the face.
Scrooge made his way up to the staircase, carrying not a button for the darkness. Darkness was cheap, and Scrooge liked it.
Hey, this is getting scary.
Interior, Scrooge's house, night. Dark and foreboding. Scrooge walks up the stairs holding a candle.
But the incident at the door had made Scrooge wary. Before he shut himself in for the night, he searched his rooms.
Okay, that does it.
Exterior, Scrooge's house, night. Dickens and Rizzo watch from below as the light moves from window to window upstairs.
Pardon?
How do you know what Scrooge is doing? We're down here, and he's up there.
I keep telling you, storytellers are omniscient. I know everything.
Hoity-toity, Mr. Godlike Smarty Pants.
To conduct a proper search, Scrooge was forced to light the lamps.
A light appears in an upstairs window.
How does he do that?
Interior, Scrooge's house, night. Scrooge walks through the house on edge. He's jumping at every shadow in the dark. As nothing seems to materialize, he settles in for the night, putting his best robe, nightcap, and eating some bread by the fire. The doorbell rings suddenly. Scrooge glances nervously towards the door. It rings again. The fire in the fireplace dies down. He is once again in darkness. A spectral sound echoes through the house. Rattle. Two ghostly figures appear, Jacob and Robert Marley, bound in chains and laughing.
Oh, look! It's Ebenezer Scrooge!
Looking older and more wicked than ever!
I knew he wouldn't disappoint us!
Who are you?
In life, we were your partners, Jacob!
And Robert Marley!
Looks like you, but I don't believe it.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing can affect them. A slight disorder of the stomach can make them cheat. You may be a bit of undigested beef, a blob of mustard, a crumb of cheese. Yes, there's more gravy than of grave about you.
Gravy than a grave?
What a terrible pun! Where do you get those jokes?
We've come into the bears, Ebenezer!
Jacob, Robert, don't criticize me. You always criticized me.
We were always heckling you.
It's good to be heckling again!
It's good to be doing anything again!
Why do you come to me?
It is required of every man that his spirit within him should walk abroad as fellow men.
And if that spirit goes not forth in life, he is condemned to do so after death.
To witness what he could not share, but might have shared and turned to happiness.
We're Marley and Marley, avarice and greed.
We took advantage of the poor and just ignored the needy.
We specialized in causing pain, spreading fear and doubt. And if you could not pay the rent, we simply threw you out. Oh, there was the year we evicted the entire orphanage.
Oh, I remember all the little tykes standing in the snowbank.
With their little frostbitten teddy bears. We're Marley and Marley. Our hearts were painted black.
We should have known our evil deeds would put us both in shackles.
Captive found, we're double-ironed, exhausted by the weight.
As freedom comes from giving love,
So prison comes with hate. We're Marley and Marley.
oh, we're Marley and Marley. Oh.
But my friends, you were not unfeeling towards your fellow men.
True, there was something about mankind we loved.
I think it was their money. Doomed, Scrooge. You're doomed for all time.
Your future is a horror story written by your crime. Your chains are forged by what you say and do. So have your fun when life is done. A nightmare waits for you.
Please, can't we go back to being funny?
Funny?
Money?
We're Marley and Marley.
Whoa! We're Marley and Marley. Whoa! We're Marley and Marley, and now it's time to part.
To go back where they keep our kind, the wretched and the heartless. The news we shared has got you scared.
We're glad that we got through.
So make amends.
And make some friends.
The future's up to you.
What are these terrible chains?
Ah, the chains!
We forged these chains in life by our acts of greed!
You wear such a chain yourself.
Humbug, speak comfort to me, friends.
Comfort!
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Haunted? I've already had enough of that.
Without these visits, you cannot hope to avoid the path we tread!
Expect the first ghost when the bell tolls 1.
Can't I meet them all at once and get it over with?
When the bell tolls 1!
The Marleys fade away, their voices echoing.
Change!
Change!
The chains clank into the darkness, leaving Scrooge alone. Exterior, Scrooge's house, night.
And with that, the spirits of Scrooge's partners vanished into darkness, leaving him alone again. Alone in his room.
Whoa, that's scary stuff. Hey, should we be worried about the kids in the audience?
Nah, that's alright. This is culture.
Oh, Jelly Bean? I had him in my pocket all along. What?
Now you gotta smooch my nose. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, good God! Medic!
Interior, Scrooge's house, night. Scrooge puts his candle on the nightstand and gets into his bed with the fire poker. Exterior, Scrooge's house, night.
Come on!
I really hate this.
Rizzo is standing on top of an iron fence, shaking.
You wanted to know what was happening. Scrooge's bedchamber is on the other side of the house. Now jump!
There's only 2 things in this life I hate. Heights and jumping from them.
Too late. Now, come on, I'll catch ya.
God save my little broken body.
Rizzo jumps off the fence with a scream. Dickens misses catching him completely. Rizzo crashes to the ground.
Oh,
Missed.
oh, wait a second. I forgot my jelly bean.
Rizzo climbs through the gate in the fence and that he just jumped over and returns with a bag of jelly beans. Charles glares at him.
What?
You can fit through those bars?
Yeah?
You are such an idiot.
What? What? Hey, what? What? What?
Interior/exterior, Scrooge's house, night. Scrooge lies on his bed asleep, breathing heavily. Charles Dickens and Rizzo are attempting to climb up the house by tying a rope around a tree. Rizzo clings to Charles Dickens' back as they climb.
Oh dear.
Scrooge slipped into the empty silence of a dreamless sleep.
You know, like I could break his tail falling out of this tree.
You want to see what's going on, don't you?
Yes.
Look, there's Scrooge's window.
Oh yeah.
The clock begins to strike. Scrooge opens one eye. The candle snuffs out.
Expect the first ghost when the bell tolls 1.
A bright white light emanates from Scrooge's window. The ghost of Christmas past materializes, an ethereal, childlike figure.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
But you're just a child.
I can remember nearly 19,000 years. I am the ghost of Christmas past.
What business has brought you here?
Your welfare.
Night's unbroken rest maintain my welfare.
Your salvation, then. Take heed. Come.
The ghost leads Scrooge to the window. Scrooge looks down, bewildered.
I beg you, spirit, I am mortal and liable to fall.
A touch of my hand and you shall fly.
Exterior, Scrooge's house, night. Scrooge touches the little baby hand and the two of them immediately fly out the window, with Charles Dickens and Rizzo still on the tree. Dickens begins to aim his grappling hook towards them.
What are we doing?
Nothing.
What?
Just hold on!
They both scream as the grappling hook catches them and they're flown into the air towards the City of London. Exterior, London skyline. Night.
Hello, London!
Goodbye, lunch!
They continue flying.
Spirit!
Yes?
Nothing.
Below them, Dickens spots something.
Oh, look, Rizzo!
I don't want to look.
Spirit, what is that light? It cannot be dawn.
It is the past. Look.
It's beautiful, Rizzo.
Mommy!
They plunge towards the light into the past. Exterior Victorian village. Day.
Hey, we're going down!
Hang on, Rizzo!
They dip lower so as Scrooge and the ghost fly in the sky. Dickens and Rizzo are flown past the trees, upsetting many of its inhabitants.
Sorry, madam.
Ouch!
Oh, pardon me, sir.
Look out, Rizzo!
They emerge from the forest with a chicken.
Rizzo, this is Louise.
Yeah, we've met.
The ghost of Christmas past sets them down and gently in the village.
And so they arrived in Ebenezer Scrooge's childhood.
This was the worst trip of my life.
Well, it's over now.
Yeah, safe at last. Ow. No, stop. Nice kitty. Stop. Ow. Hey, I'm gonna join you.
It was the afternoon of Christmas Eve, and Scrooge was conscious of 1,000 odors, each of them connected with 1,000 thoughts and hopes and joys and cares, long, long forgotten.
Scrooge stops in front of the schoolhouse as the boys run out, dismissed from class.
My old school. I was a boy here. That's Henry. And Edmund, my best friend. Hello, boys, hello.
These are but shadows of your past, Ebenezer. They can neither see nor hear you. Come, let's go inside.
Rizzo, stop playing with the cat.
Help me, save me.
Follow me.
Help me, save me. Ow.
Interior village schoolhouse. Day.
And what a flood of memories came back to him as Scrooge beheld his old classroom.
Know it all so well, Spirit. The desks, the smell of the chalk. I chose my profession in this room.
And is he too familiar?
The camera pans to a young boy sitting at his desk, alone, working.
Scrooge beheld a small boy, a boy he knew, very well indeed.
Good heavens. It's me.
Hurry, Ebenezer. The last coach is leaving.
Come on! He never goes home for Christmas.
Who cares about stupid old Christmas? I was often alone. More time for reading and study. The Christmas holiday was a chance to get some extra work done. Time for solitude.
Charles Dickens and Rizzo sit on a shelf above, watching the scene.
Rats don't understand these things.
You were never a lonely child?
I had 1,274 brothers and sisters.
Sheesh, rats don't understand these things.
Let us see another Christmas in this place.
They were all very much the same. Nothing ever changed.
You changed. We watch the classroom as young Scrooge walks to the window, and as he turns, he's a little older now. And again, a little older until we see him as a teenager.
The years performed their terrible dance, and in a moment, Scrooge had seen his entire childhood past. He saw his old schoolroom age and decay.
So, Master Scrooge, graduation day!
It's my old headmaster. This man taught me my greatest lesson.
Stand up, build life as school is built, work hard, work long, and be constructive. It's a golden opportunity that's knocking. And you know by now the answer's up to you. But you're ready because you have an education. So be confident. There's nothing you can't do. You can soar above the mediocre, soar above the rest. When you do your work with vigor, you'll be bigger than the best. Be proud of your ambition. Being lazy is a curse. We want no empty pockets and we want no empty purse. Who work for a living, live for your work. Don't think about vacations. You can overcome that quirk. Insist on being heard. A squeaky wheel can't be ignored. If you do what's right, if you prove you're bright, you'll be chairman of the board. Think about it, chairman of the board. Yes! Oh, Ebenezer, if only I could be you. When the world snaps to attention, you should be the first to snap. And you'll wind up on a mountaintop with a feather in your cap. Keep your mind a-working and your feet firm on the ground. Your dedication makes you king. Today you're being crowned.
I'm just gonna stop saying there.
There's a spoken line.
Yep, I got it. I just had to have some water. It kind of hurt a little. You were right. Sorry. Okay.
Today you must go forth into the real world. You must keep your nose to the grindstone. Work hard, lad, and one day your life will be as solid as this very building.
Oh, I forgot to change that. That's your old color, Shelby. That's you.
Oh, the shelf Dickens and Rizzo have been sitting on crashes.
I've been meaning to fix that shelf.
Yes, headmaster.
Well, young man, you have been apprenticed to a fine company in London. Today you become a man of business.
I'm looking forward to it, headmaster.
You will love business. It is the American way.
Sam? Sam.
Oh, it is the British way.
Good.
Yes, headmaster.
Remember, don't tip the driver.
Come, Scrooge. There is much to see.
The ghost of Christmas past takes Scrooge through another light, whisking them away to their next destination. Exterior, Fozziewig Factory night.
A moment later, Scrooge found himself standing on a city street, looking at a building he had not seen in years.
Tell me, Ebenezer Scrooge, do you remember this place?
Know it? Remember it? My first job was here. This is Fozziewig's old rubber chicken factory.
The camera pans to show Dickens and Rizzo sitting on a ladder leaning against a street lamp.
Once again, it was Christmas Eve. Night was falling, and the lamplighters were plying their trade.
Dickens moves his flame to light the lamp and catches Rizzo's tail on fire.
Oh, hey, like the lamp, not the rat, like the lamp, not the rat, like the lamp, not the rat, what are you doing?
Oh, my apologies.
Let me up.
Dickens looks down, spots a bucket of water and icy water on the ground.
Rizzo!
What?
Dickens pushes Rizzo into the bucket.
What? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fozziewig appears at the door of the factory.
There he is. Old Fozziewig himself.
Look, my lads, dusk has fallen. The lamplighters are at work. It's Christmas Eve for certain.
What an employer he was. As hard and as ruthless as a rose petal.
It's time for the party to begin.
It's the Fozziewig Christmas party.
Rizzo, come on. Just grab a hold of the stick.
Interior, Fozziewig Factory night.
Merry Christmas!
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Excuse me, everyone. Can we have some quiet, please?
Dickens enters the factory carrying Rizzo, frozen on a stick. A chicken wearing brightly colored feathers on its head walks by.
Whoa!
Dickens smashes the frozen Rizzo against a barrel, freeing him from the ice.
Oh, I suppose I should be grateful for that.
You're welcome.
Everyone, please, may I have your attention for a moment?
We hear two young men on the second floor. Familiar fit of laughter. Scrooge looks up.
Look, it's the Marley brothers, my old partners as they were as lads.
May I have your attention, please? Quiet! Thank you.
Crowd quiets.
Thank you. That's better. Welcome to Fozziwig and Mom's annual Christmas party. At this time in the proceedings, it is tradition for me to make a little speech.
And it's tradition for us to take a little nap.
Pay no attention to them. Here is my Christmas speech. Thank you all, and Merry Christmas.
That was the speech?
It was dumb.
It was obvious.
It was pointless.
It was short.
I
loved it.
The crowd.
I'm bored with speeches. Let's dance, son.
The crowd cheers.
Yeah.
Hey, here's Mrs. Fozziwig to start the party. Way to go, Ma.
Get it, boys.
Charles Dickens and Rizzo walk through the party, taking it all in.
Hello. Hey, look. There's a buffet over here. I'm kind of hungry.
In the hurdy bursky.
La 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 la. Ah, forget it. Mother always taught me, never eat singing food.
We see Scrooge as a young adult enter the party and make his way towards Fozziwig.
It's a pleasure having you here at the party. Please enjoy yourself.
Excuse me, Mr. Fozziwig. I've been going over the accounts. Do you know how much the firm is spending for this party?
Master Scrooge, this is Christmas. It's time for generosity. Stop working. Enjoy yourself. Meet some people. Go ahead.
Animal and his band strike up the music and the crowd starts dancing. Robert and Jacob Marley are even in the swing of things.
You dancing fool.
Fozziwig has a young girl, Belle, on his arm, showing her around the party.
Belle, you know, I love these annual Christmas parties. I love them so much, I think we'll do it twice a year.
Belle bumps into a man passing by.
Excuse me. Oh. Excuse me.
Oh, Master Scrooge! Excuse me, Belle. I'd like to introduce you to Ebenezer Scrooge, the finest young financial mind in the city. Ebenezer, this is Belle, a friend of the Fozziwig family.
I'm pleased to meet you.
Well, I'm glad you two finally met.
Do you remember this meeting?
Remember? Yes, I remember.
There was, of course, another Christmas Eve with this young woman some years later.
Oh, please, do not show me that Christmas.
Exterior forest day. A bright light fills the screen as it fades, and we see Scrooge and the ghost appear outside in a snowy clearing. Young Scrooge and Belle are sitting on a bench. Another year before our wedding, Ebenezer.
Well, it can't be helped, Belle. How could we marry now? There's not even enough for a decent home. The investments haven't grown as they should.
You said that last year.
And business continues to be poor.
You're a partner in your own firm now.
And barely cleaning expenses.
You said the partnership was the goal.
This is for you. I love you, Belle.
You did once.
Gonna pull up the instrumental. Gotcha.
Let's see if I remember. There was a time when I was sure that you and I were truly one, and our future was forever and could never come undone. And we came so close to being close, and though you cared for me, there's distance in your eyes tonight, so we're not meant to be. The love is gone, the love is gone, the sweet dream that you had ever known. The love is gone, the love is gone. I wish you well, but I must leave you now alone. There comes a moment in your life, like a window, and you see your future there before you, and how perfect life can be. But adventure calls with unknown voices pulling you away. Be careful, or you may regret the choice you make someday. When love is gone, when love is gone, the sweetest dream that we had ever known. When love is gone, when love is gone, I wish you well, but I must leave you now alone. It was almost love. It was almost always. It was like a fairy tale that would live out you and I. And yes, sometimes dreams come true. And yes, some dreams fall through. And yes, the time has come for us to say goodbye. Yes, some dreams come true. And yes, some dreams fall through. And yes, the time has come for us to say goodbye. Belle stands up and walks away from him as Dickens and Rizzo look on the scene. Rizzo is sobbing.
Oh, Rizzo!
Spirit, show me no more. Why do you delight in torturing me so?
I told you, these were shadows of the things that have been. That they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Leave me.
Scrooge sits down, covering his face. The scenery fades around him. Interior, Scrooge's house, night. Scrooge is back in his bedroom, clearly shaken by what he had just seen. Dickens looks in through the window.
Scrooge was left alone and exhausted in his bedchamber, and thus he remained until the nearby clock began to strike the hour.
A clock chimes. Rizzo startles from his sleep.
What was that?
2 o'clock.
Oh, too early for breakfast?
Yes.
Oh, good. Supper time.
Scrooge knew that the second of the ghosts was due to appear, yet now as the clock finished striking.
Nothing.
A warm light suddenly shines from the adjacent room, and the ghost of Christmas Present appears. A large, jolly spirit, laughing heartily.
Come in and know me better, man.
Scrooge rises from his bed and enters the room. It's filled with baskets of food. Candles light the room, giving it a warm glow.
Come written and know me better, man. Did I already say that?
You did.
I am the ghost of Christmas present. This is the night before the dawn before the day of Christmas. Did I tell you that I am the ghost of Christmas present?
By the way, this
did,
voice is a little loud for the gain levels you have right now. Turn them down a little.
Okay, I'll turn it down a bit.
You're so jolly.
The jolliness
Come
carries.
in and know me better, man.
You're a little absent-minded, Spirit.
No, I am a large absent-minded spirit. My mind is filled with the here and now, and the now is Christmas.
I don't believe I've ever met anybody like you before, sir.
Really? Over 1,800 of my brothers have come before me.
1,800. Imagine the grocery bills.
Oh! Have you ever noticed that everything seems wonderful at Christmas?
In all honesty, Spirit, no. Perhaps I've never understood about Christmas.
Before this day is done, you will understand.
The spirit rushes to the window. Dickens and Rizzo are peering through.
Oh no. Oh no!
The window bursts open and they both fall to the ground.
Ah, we shall go out into the world.
I suppose you enjoyed that?
Of course.
Exterior alleyway, dawn. The ghost of Christmas present and Scrooge appear out of thin air.
May I welcome you to Christmas morning.
The sun suddenly rises over the building, and the streets are populated with joyful laughter as kids throw snowballs and characters sing.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Adam, your Christmas present is Adam, your Christmas present is so good.
It's God tier.
It is a Christmas present to us.
So jolly that mere microphones
It's in the
cannot
singing
contain
of the
it.
street corner choir. It's going home and getting warm by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. A cup of kindness that we share with another. A sweet reunion with a friend or a brother. In all the places you find love, it feels like Christmas.
Hold the phone a little closer to the mic.
It is the season of the heart, a special time of caring, the ways of love made clear. It is the season of a special time. It's make it last all year. It's in the giving of a gift to another. Oh, there's an interlude.
Put the speaker right up against the mic.
To the mother. It's all the ways that we show love that feel like Christmas. A part of childhood we'll always remember. It's the source of the soul of December. Yes, when you do your best for love, it feels like Christmas. It is the season of the heart, a special time of caring, the ways of love made clear. It is the season of the spirit. The message, if we hear it, is make it last all year. The three-quarter choir is going home and getting warm by the fire. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. It's true wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas. It feels like Christmas.
Spirit, I had no idea. I wish to see friends, kin. Show me family.
Interior Fred's house, Christmas Day. Scrooge and the ghost appear in the living room with the family celebrating Christmas.
It's Fred, my dear nephew Fred, and his wife Clara, having Christmas with friends.
Dickens and Rizzo are hiding behind a fruit bowl.
Hey, look! Fruit!
Well, now there, we've had plum pudding, sung carols. What now, my lovelies?
Oh, a game, Fred.
Yeah, we must have a game at Christmas.
Do people play games at Christmas?
I love games.
Say, you do know that fruit is wax.
Oh, yeah. I wondered about the texture. Oh, let's play yes and no.
A wonderful game.
Oh, yes. Ah, that'd be a great game. I'll be it.
Oh, yes, let Fred be it. He always thinks good things.
I do have a good one, Clara. Guess.
Is it vegetable?
No.
Oh, mineral.
No.
Animal, then.
What else?
What else indeed?
Is it found on a farm?
Never.
In the city.
Usually.
Does it pull a handsome cab?
Ah, certainly not.
Oh, how about a dog?
No.
Cat.
Oh, a cat.
I said it first.
No.
Oh, wait then. Is this an unwanted creature?
Often.
A mouse?
No.
A rat. You called?
A cockroach?
No.
A leech.
Oh dear, it is oh too wonderful.
Oh, wait, I know. An unwanted creature, but not a rat, a leech, or cockroach.
Then what? Then what? What?
What?
It's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, yes! That's a good one. Oh, wonderful. That's a killer.
The party continues in laughter.
Come now. There is much to see.
No more. I wish to see no more.
Exterior, poor section of London, day.
Here. Why have we come to this odd corner of the town?
It's Christmas here, too, you know. That's Bob Cratchit's house.
Dickens and Rizzo use a ladder to climb onto the rooftop.
Perhaps it was the spirit's own generous nature and his sympathy for all poor men that led them straight to the home of Scrooge's faithful clerk.
As Dickens climbs to the top, Rizzo is eagerly smelling through the chimney.
Goose! There's a cooking goose down there!
Rizzo, get out of the way!
Dickens knocks Rizzo away.
Hey! Don't be sweeping the chimney now. You're blocking the smell.
This is Bob Cratchit's house.
How do you know that?
You just told me.
Well, I'm usually trustworthy.
Who's that?
Mrs. Cratchit.
Oh, of course.
Scrooge and the ghost look through the window. Interior Cratchit house continuous. Mrs. Cratchit is in the kitchen humming as she cooks.
Peter, do not stop turning that spit. This is the whole secret of a properly roasted goose.
It smells good, Mother.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh, that smells wonderful.
Rizzo falls into the chimney.
Wow!
Oh, good grief.
Hey, I'm stuck. Get me out of here.
I knew you weren't suited for literature.
Rizzo lands on top of the goose roasting over an open fire.
At least I landed on something soft. Oh, and hot. Ah!
Back in the kitchen, Mrs. Cratchit is snacking on something, attempting to hide. A young girl, Belinda, pops up behind her.
Mother! I thought you said we wouldn't eat the chestnuts until Father and Tiny Tim get home.
Oh, this one's colored to Shelby, but it's supposed to be me. Sorry about that.
It's you, yeah.
I wasn't eating them. I was merely checking them to see if they were not burnt. It's a chef's thing, dear. And do not shout, Bettina.
I'm Belinda.
Another girl, Bettina, identical to the first, pops up.
I'm Bettina.
Well, of course you are, Bettina.
Belinda!
Whatever!
Outside, Scrooge and the ghost hear singing behind them, and they turn to see Bob Cratchit and his son Tiny Tim approaching the home.
Ding, 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 ding.
'Tis a season to be jolly and joyous. Follow up with a burst of pleasure, feel it arise. Follow up. It's a season when the saints can employ us. Follow up. Spread the news of peace and keep love alive.
Come on, son.
Yeah.
Let's go see if Christmas dinner is ready yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Careful.
Bob and Tiny Tim enter the house, Dickens sneaking into the door behind them.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Belinda and Bettina rush Bob in an aggressive embrace. Peter joins in.
Merry Christmas, girls. Merry Christmas, Peter.
Merry Christmas.
Children! Now it's time to set the table. Go ahead.
Wait for me.
Merry Christmas, Emily.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Cratchy.
Mrs. Cratchit hugs Mr. Cratchit.
Oh, Emmy.
Wicked.
Dickens finds Rizzo, who's trying to cool off.
I fell down the chimney and landed on a flaming hot ghost.
You have all the fun.
Oh, Peter, the Christmas dinner, the goose.
Tiny Tim, in an attempt to keep up with the other children, releases into a fit of coughing. His parents rush to him.
Oh, no. Now, son, now you've gotten too excited. You go sit in your chair a moment. Okay, rest a moment. How was he at church?
Oh, as good as gold and better. He told me that he hoped the people saw him in church because it might be pleasant for them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk, blind men see.
Scrooge and the ghost of Christmas Present continue to peer through the window.
Remarkable child.
And with that, the Cratchits came to what was surely the happiest single moment in all the livelong year.
Jamaica feast.
But very much appreciated.
I pay Bob such a small amount.
Mr. Scrooge!
Scrooge, believing Bob Cratchit is speaking to him, stands up.
Bob Cratchit.
He walks through the door into the home.
It seems only right that I should lift a glass to my employer. I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed! If I had him here, I would give him a piece of my mind to feast upon. I bet he'd choke on it.
Choke!
Choke!
My dear, the children, for Christmas Day.
Well, I suppose on the blessed day of Christmas, one must drink to the health of Mr. Scrooge, even though he is odious, stingy, wicked, and unfeeling, and badly dressed.
Belinda and Bettina look
His
at
Party
each other
City
with
hat barely fits him.
You know what?
Yeah, Scrooge just pulls up his sleeves, just...
The founder of the feast, Mr. Scrooge.
And to Mr. Scrooge, he'll be merry and happy this day, I have no doubt. No doubt.
Cheers.
God bless us, everyone.
We're just gonna do without instrumental because we all have to sing this one.
Oh,
Yeah, just start singing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can make it out.
Get out. It's
Life is full of
full of sweet surprises. Every day's a gift. The sun comes up and I can feel it lift. My spirit fills me up with laughter, fills me up with song. I look into the eyes of love and know that I belong. Bless us all who gather here.
The loving family I hold dear.
No place on earth compares with home, and every path will bring me back from where I roam.
Bless us all, and as we live, we always comfort and forgive. We have so much that we can share with those in need we see around us everywhere. Let us always love each other. Lead us to the light. Let us hear the voice of reason singing in the night.
Let us run from anger.
And catch us when we fall.
Teach us in our dreams, and please, yes, please, bless us one and all. Bless us all with playful years, with noisy games and joyful tears. We reach for you, and we stand tall, and in our prayers and dreams we ask you, bless us all. We reach for you, and we stand tall, and in our prayers and dreams we ask you, bless us all.
Let's have our seats now. Let's have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live.
That is the future. My realm is the present. However, I see a vacant seat by the chimney corner. A crutch without an owner. If these shadows remain unaltered, I believe the child will die. But then, if he's going to die, he'd better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Oh, Spirit.
And as the Cratchit family vanished into darkness, Scrooge kept his eyes upon Tiny Tim until the last.
Oh, my time grows short.
The scene fades to black, leaving Scrooge and the ghost of Christmas Present in the darkness. The ghost's hair and beard have gone completely from auburn to completely white.
Spirit, do you grow old?
I do.
Exterior cemetery night.
Are spirits' lives so short?
My time upon this globe is very brief. I believe it will end upon the stroke of 12.
The clock begins to strike. Dickens and Rizzo watch from the clock tower.
1. Bang!
Now? But Spirit, I have learned so much from you.
3. Bang!
Nothing Scrooge could do or say could stop the relentless march
4. Bang!
of those terrible bells.
5. Bang!
Oh, Spirit, do not leave me.
I think I must, in fact.
You have meant so much to me. You have changed me.
And now, I leave you with the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
You mean the future? Must I?
Go forth and know him better, man.
The ghost's laughter fades, leaving Scrooge alone in a snowy cemetery. Scrooge hears a rumbling sound as a giant cloud of mist surrounds him. It clears, and Scrooge turns around to see a shrouded figure before him.
I am the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come.
The figure nods.
Spirit, I fear you more than any specter I have yet met.
Dickens
Or
and
any
Rizzo...
scepter.
True. Dickens and Rizzo peer out from behind the door.
Oh, this is too scary. I don't think I want to see anymore.
When you're right, you're right. You're on your own, folks. We'll meet you at the finale.
Yeah.
They duck inside.
I am prepared to follow and to learn with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me?
The spirit touches his shoulder and gestures onward.
Oh, yes. The night is waning fast. Lead on, spirit.
The ghost of Christmas yet to come leads him through a dark portal and onto a dark, rainy street. Exterior London street, night. A group of businessmen gossip.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead.
Yeah.
When?
Last night, I believe.
Wonder what he died of.
I thought he'd never go.
Well, I don't know or care why he's gone. I just like to know what he's done with his money.
That's right, wouldn't we all like to know?
Well, he didn't give it to me.
Well, it's likely to be a cheap funeral. I don't see a single soul who would go to it.
I wouldn't mind going. If lunch is provided.
Speaking of lunch, oh, good lord, look at the time.
Yes, we must be off.
I know some of those gentlemen, spirit. Of what poor wretch do they speak?
The spirit points to an alcove. Interior. Old Joe's Alley night. Mrs. Diller and others gather with stolen goods.
So, back from the house of sadness, I see.
Oh, yeah, this was actually me. I miscolored it. Okay. Sadly, he didn't die years ago, the old skinflint.
Hell yeah.
Well, let me see. What you got for old Joe, eh? What you got for me to remember him by?
Joe, get off!
Well, I got these collar buttons from his dresser. Mother of pearl.
No, I got his bed canes. Very fond damask.
Oh, very cheap damask. But worth a few coins.
I got his blankets.
Blankets? Why, Mrs. Dilber, they're still warm. I don't pay extra for the warmth, you know.
You should. It's the only warmth he ever had.
All burst out laughing. Scrooge turns to the ghost.
I understand, spirit. The case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life turns that way now. Merciful heavens, let me see some tenderness connected with this world, or I'll be haunted by that terrible conversation forever.
The ghost takes him by the shoulders and points to the door of the Cratchit's house.
It's Bob Cratchit's house. Oh yes, spirit. A place of joy and laughter. Thank you for bringing me here. It's so quiet. Why is it so quiet, spirit?
The ghost points to the door again. Scrooge looks through the window. Mrs. Cratchit is crying in the kitchen. Interior Cratchit house, night.
Oh, Mother, you're crying again.
Oh, no, it's just that the lamplight hurts my eyes.
Not Tiny Tim.
They're there now. My eyes get weak in the dim light. I would not want to show weak eyes to your father when he gets home for anything in the world. He should be back now.
I think he's walked slower these past few evenings.
Bob Cratchit enters.
Hello, my dears.
Daddy!
Hello, girl. Hello, Peter.
Hello, children. Please go set the table. Thank you. How was the churchyard?
Well, it'll be lovely, Emily. Would have done you good to see how green the place is. I picked a spot for Tim where he can see it. Spot on the hill, and you can see the ducks on the river. Tiny Tim.
Tiny Tim always loved watching the ducks on the river.
Scrooge looks away.
Oh, spirit. Must there be a Christmas that brings this awful scene? How can we endure it?
It's all right, children. Life is made up of meetings and partings. That is the lay of it. I am sure we shall never forget Tiny Tim, for this first parting that there was among us.
The camera pans to the fireplace where we see an empty chair and a walking stick set. Exterior graveyard, night. Scrooge and the ghost of Christmas yet to come walk through the gates.
Must we return to this place? There's something else that I must know. Is that not true? Spirit, I know what I must ask. I fear to, but I must. Who was the wretched man whose death brought so much glee and happiness to others?
The ghost points to a gravestone nearby. Scrooge approaches it, but before he can read the name, he turns back to the ghost.
Answer me one more question. Are these the shadows of things that will be, or the shadows of things that may be only?
The ghost points to the gravestone yet again. Scrooge steps towards it, still entreating the ghost.
These events can be changed. A life can be made right.
Scrooge is close enough to the gravestone to brush off the snow. As he wipes it away, he sees his name, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, please, Spirit, no. Hear me. I'm not the man I was. Why would you show me this if I was past all hope? I will honor Christmas and try to keep it all the year. I will live my life in the past, the present, and the future. I will not shut out the lesson the spirits have taught me. Tell me that I may sponge out the writing on the stone. Oh, Spirit, please speak to me.
Scrooge kneels and buries his face into the fabric on the ghost's robes. And as he does so, he falls forward, and the robes become his bed sheets. Interior, Scrooge's bedroom, dawn. He sits up, realizing that he may have been given another chance to change.
Home.
Yes, the bedposts were his own. The bed was his own. The robe was his own.
Dickens and Rizzo appear outside of Scrooge's window again. Interior, Scrooge's bedroom, Christmas morning.
Hi guys, we're back!
We promised we would be, but the thing that made Scrooge happiest of all was that his life lay before him and it could be changed.
I will live my life in the past, the present, and the future. Oh, Jacob and Robert Marley. Oh, heaven in the Christmas time. Oh, praise for this day. I say it on my knees, Jacob and Robert, on my knees.
Scrooge notices that the bed curtains had been stolen, just as in the ghost's vision.
Oh, they're not torn down. They're here, and I'm here. What's the miracle? Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather. I'm as happy as an angel. I'm as merry as a schoolboy.
Do you think it's safe for us to be up here?
Scrooge is saved. What could happen now?
Yeah.
Scrooge flings open the window, knocking Dickens and Rizzo to the ground once more. Exterior, London streets, Christmas morning. Scrooge calls down from his window.
You there, boy.
What, me? That is, what, me, sir?
What's today?
Pardon?
What's today, my fine fellow?
Today? Well, today is Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits did it all in one night. They can do anything like. Of course they can. Of course they can.
Uh-huh. Of course they can. Of course they can.
You know the poultry shop in the next street?
Yes, sir, I do.
Ah, an intelligent lad, a remarkable lad. Do you know whether the prize turkey has been sold at the window?
The one twice as big as me? It's still there.
Oh, it's a pleasure talking to you, lad. Go and buy it.
Be serious.
I am being serious. Buy it for me and I'll give you a shilling. No, I'll give you 5 shillings.
Wow.
And so, the boy was off like a shot. So even...
That should be Shelby.
Oh.
Bean in his excitement.
Bean, in his excitement, rushes into Dickens and Rizzo and knocks them both over.
Sorry.
Bring it to Bob Cratchit's house. What a surprise it should be. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim.
And a few moments later, dressed in his finest, Scrooge appeared on the streets of the city to wish Merry Christmas to all the world.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Happy Christmas! Oh, you're saying Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Everyone was out and about this fine morning, and soon he encountered two familiar faces.
And Scrooge is highlighted as me there for some reason. Mr. Scrooge!
Pardon me, gentlemen. What about the charity donation you asked of me yesterday?
Yes?
What's me down for?
Scrooge whispers an amount into his ear. Both charity collectors gasp.
That much?
Not a penny less. A great many back payments are included in it, I assure you.
Oh, my goodness! I don't know what to say. I just wish there was something we could give you.
The second collector takes off his scarf and offers it to Scrooge.
Gift for me? Thank you. 50 times. And a Merry Christmas.
Here's your turkey, Mr. Scrooge.
Follow me, lad. With a thankful heart, with an endless joy, with a growing family, every girl and boy will be nephew and niece to me.
Nephew.
Will bring love, hope, and peace to me.
Love and peace to
Yes, and
me.
every night will end, and every day will start with a grateful prayer and a thankful heart. With an open smile and with open doors, I will bid you welcome. What is mine is yours, with a glass raised to toast your health,
Glass raised to toast
and a
your health.
promise to share the wealth.
Promise to share the
I will
wealth.
sail a friendly course. I will file a friendly chart on a sea of love and a thankful heart. Life is like a journey. Who knows when it ends? Yes, and if you need to know the measure of a man, you simply count his friends. Stop and look around you. The glory that you see is born again each day. Don't let it slip away. How precious life can be. Oh good, my time card was approved.
That feels right.
And I begged you to share my days. Didn't realize I'd skip the instrumental part. With a loving guarantee that even if we part, I will hold you close with a thankful heart. I will hold you close with a thankful heart.
Yay, approved time cards!
Yay! Time cards. Time cards.
With a
During
thankful
this
heart.
interlude, Scrooge goes out and buys gifts for all the bookkeepers, lumps of coal with nice notes, Fred and Clara, and finally to the Cratchits. Exterior, Cratchit home, Christmas Day!
Bob Cratchit.
The door hesitantly opens.
Mr. Scrooge.
You, sir, were not at work this morning as we had discussed.
Oh, but Mr. Scrooge, sir, we did discuss it. It's Christmas Day. You gave me the day off.
Hey? Ebenezer Scrooge. Would I do a thing like that?
Well, no. I mean, yes, but you did.
Bob Cratchit, I've had my fill of this.
And I have had my fill of you, Mr. Scrooge!
Really, Mr. Scrooge.
And therefore, Bob Cratchit,
And therefore you can leave this house at once!
and therefore I'm about to raise your salary.
Oh, and I'm about to raise you right off the pavement and pardon?
Pardon?
Yes, Bob. Raise your salary and pay your mortgage on this house.
Oh, please, sir, come in.
Interior Cratchit home, Christmas Day.
Lord Cratchit, would you and your family care to join me for a little turkey dinner on this fine Christmas day? Merry Christmas.
Scrooge opens the door a little wider and lets all the town people in, carrying a cornucopia of gifts and food.
And Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more.
And, Tiny Tim?
And Tiny Tim, who did not die...
Oh, isn't that swell?
To Tiny Tim, Scrooge became like a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city ever had. And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that truly be said of us, and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed...
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
The love we found, the love we found, we carry with us so we're never quite alone. The love we found, the love we found, the sweetest dream that we have ever known. The love we found, the love we found, we carry with us so we're never quite alone.
Nice story, Mr. Dickens.
Oh, thanks. If you like this, you should read the book.
The end.
Yay!
And Adam, do you want to... Merry Spittle Day?
And Merry Spittleness, one and all.
Yay!
To all a good night. This will be on the Mystery Shack Lookback YouTube. I'm sleepy. It's 9 in the morning. Peace.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.